Hello, everybody. Welcome. Glad to have you. We're going to continue our Q&A, our time together here at the noon hour. We're going to do rapid fire discussion and Q&A for 26 more minutes or thereabouts. Feel free to ask your questions. This class is meant to be supplemental to your fast track education on the My Shibboleth website. So here's a great opportunity to get your program personalized, ask questions that keep you moving forward, especially those things that have you concerned or there may be gaps in your education with Shibboleth so far. It's a great time to get that resolved. My name's Travis. Hey, Polly Jones, thanks for the stars. I've lost over 100 pounds, come off all prescription medications, living the Shibboleth lifestyle. It's been an honor and privilege of a lifetime to help tens of thousands of others do that, of which we bow our unworthy heads together and give Jesus the praise for it all. We've got three types of members: free community members, partners, and lifetime members. It's a blessing to have you all here. Thank you, lifetime members and partners, for helping us do what we do. We'll get started. Hey, Diane. Leftover questions from the last class. You didn't talk none in the last class, Diane. Good to have you. Can we have bio coffee on a line or shark day? No, ma'am. No bio coffee on a line or shark day. Part of the line and shark day protocol is to eliminate certain plant-based foods that might be causing us some trouble and slowly reincorporate them. Bio coffee is not one of those. There's a lot of tapioca starch in bio coffee, so we want to avoid bio coffee except for on one of the other type perfect days. Good question. Anybody else? Let's keep it moving. We only got a few minutes together here at the 12 o'clock hour. This is rapid fire Q&A. If you don't want to ask your question publicly, you can click on the Q&A button if you're in the Zoom room and ask anonymously. I'll do my best to remember not to call you by name if you click the Q&A button. Getting your bio coffee, you just can't have it on line or shark day. It's one serving of bio coffee is a half a snack on the program. 2 servings is a full snack, or you can mix it with cocoa ringa. You can mix it with Healthwise hot chocolate or Beverly UMP and have a great hearty meal episode, except for on a line or shark day. Jessica, is it best to have 16 hours fast before and after line shark day? No, you don't have to do that, only after, because you're introducing, let's say today is the day I'm going to have a line or shark day, and I purpose that in my heart. So when I start my day, my line and shark day, it's highly likely I'm choosing some foods that are high in long chain triglycerides. Long chain triglycerides are in the easily stored form of fat. So my body will utilize them in the absence of carbohydrate. My body will use this fat as an energy source and it will dissipate. I won't have a problem with it if I don't overeat my portion of line and shark foods. But during the day, as I'm using those long chain triglycerides as an energy source, then at the end of the day, I'm going to have some left over undoubtedly, and I'm going to have some in my digestive system while I sleep. We want to make sure they're all cleared, and that takes a 16-hour fast the next day when we might choose to have a regular perfect day. So that's why the 16-hour fast only after a line and shark day. Now, if you're putting them together, obviously, if you had a line and shark day today and you're planning on a line and shark day tomorrow, then you would have to have a couple of 16-hour fasts in a row. Does that make sense, Jessica? We got to clear all those long chain triglycerides before we start reintroducing any degree of carbohydrate or starch. And 16 hours is what it takes for almost all food choices. Digestion can take anywhere, complete digestion, depending on the food, can take anywhere from 8 to 36 hours. That's why we have a Tiger 36. Sometimes when we're eating heavy, fat-laden, dense foods, If we're doing that a lot, like I do, from time to time, we even need a longer fast, like a 36-hour fast, just to feel good again and get rid of all the undigested matter that's inside of us. Yuck. I just spit. Goodness, sorry, preacher in me. Anybody else? On a line day, could you have pickles by themselves, or you could have them by themselves? They're allowed. They're not ideal. I forget which tier they're in, tier 2 or tier 3, but cucumbers are low in toxicity. So they're not a problem on a line or shark day, but they're not ideal. But they do work on a line or shark day. Yeah, tier 3 means we prefer everybody, especially if you're dealing with any autoimmune issues, high inflammation, we suggest sticking with tier 1. But if that's not your issue, then you can move to tier 2 and tier 3. What are long chain triglycerides? Hey, Sandra. So you've got basically, now this is layman's terms, there's more types of fat, but you basically got 2 types of fat that we're concerned with. You've got medium chain triglycerides and you've got long chain triglycerides. Long chain triglycerides are triglycerides found in most animal foods like steak. Steak is high in long chain fatty acids. And then you have like MCT oil, medium chain triglycerides, or coconut oil that are medium chain triglycerides. They are more easily converted to energy and have a less propensity to be stored as a fat. Whereas a long chain triglyceride, it has a higher propensity to be stored as fat if you overeat them or if you combine them with sugar or starch. That's the basic difference. Medium chain triglyceride has almost no propensity to be stored as fat, hence us wanting you at home when you need a fat to cook in or with to select medium chain triglycerides. On a line day, what about condiments? Heinz 57, if you're only using a smidge, it should not be a problem. Using the 0 calorie or near 0 calorie condiment rule is allowed on line or shark days, but it's best to only use salt and pepper, especially if you're trying to indicate what kind of foods you have issues with. But close to 0 calorie condiments, Heinz 57's low in calories. If you only use a smidge, shouldn't be a real problem. A1 is also allowed and shouldn't be a problem, but we don't want to go up to the 50 calorie condiment rule. We want to keep it as close to 0 as we can get it. Hence, salt and pepper being the best condiments for a line and shark day. Just a smidge isn't going to affect us. Anybody else? Hey, Sandra Farmer. It's good to have you, Sandra. Hope you're doing well. Any other questions or comments for moi? These sessions are meant to be supplemental to your fast track education. Please make sure that you watch those fast track videos, take the test, pass the test, earn the badge, and then come to these live classes and let me keep you moving forward on a daily basis. If you prefer mentoring, I've heard from people lately, prefer to meet with me one-on-one. We do have one-on-one mentors. Feel free to schedule those mentor appointments. And the girls are great. They're amazing. Almost everything that you would need from me, they will be able to help you with. I prefer to do these group sessions when it comes to my support. But then we have those great mentors if you're preferring a one-on-one system where you can schedule an appointment and they can help you with just about everything I can. Thank you, Joni. Joni just posted. What is the limit of bio coffee per day? It depends on how you work the system, Connie. There's no limit as long as you're using it right. So to give you an exaggerated example, this is going to be an exaggeration, okay? I'm just going to give you an exaggeration. I'm not saying I want you to do this. I'm giving you an exaggeration. The bulletproof shield is meant to keep us safe. We drink our water, we journal, we eat in the right food combinations, we eat the right portion, and we time our foods right. This is a perfect day. This is meant to keep you safe. We will always have the answers if we refer back to the efficacy of our system. We'll always have the answer. Bio coffee is a half a snack if used alone, okay? So I can also have bio coffee combined with a protein source and use it as a meal episode. So I'm exaggerating. This is not something I want you to do, but you could do it. So in an exaggerated fashion, we take one eating episode at a time. Does that make sense, everyone? We take one eating episode at a time. Are y'all with me? One day at a time, one eating episode at a time. Situation, goals, okay? So breakfast, let's say that I wanted a bio coffee for my breakfast with cocoa ringa. Can I do that as a meal episode, everybody? Yes. Lunch. Let's say I do bio coffee with Healthwise hot chocolate as a meal episode. Can I do that, everybody? Yes. Dinner. This is why I pitch a fit when people tell me that this is a low carb program. This is high carb. This is a high carb day that you would get amazing results from. Okay. So when people tell you you're a low carber, you Shibboleth person, they don't know what they're talking about. This is a type of perfect day. So dinner, bio coffee, and Beverly UMP. Could I do that as a meal episode? Yes. Now, I'm having mental weakness. I'm having some mental weakness. Can I do a bio coffee for a snack? I had my 3 eating episodes, but I need more. It's not ideal, but I'm having mental weakness. So, and that's a half a serving. So since that was a half a snack, can I have another bio coffee as a half a snack? So if I finish my day, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bio coffees. I don't want you to do this, but could you do it? And would it be a weight loss day? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. Does that make sense, everybody? I want people to adopt my philosophy. One day at a time, one eating episode at a time. That would actually, I'm going to go do a wow with that just to prove a point. That would work. It's not what I want you to do, but it would work. And people would get more healthy than as opposed to their pre-Shibboleth lifestyle. So Connie asked, can I have a Power Crunch bar with 1/2 a bio coffee as my lunch? Okay, so your Power Crunch bar, I assume you're counting as a meal. Then half a bio coffee is a half a snack. And then you've had one meal and one snack today. So you're doing great. Power Crunch bar I would count as a snack, as a meal. It's close to a snack, but I would count it as a meal. And then you've had 2 bio coffees. So you've had 1 meal, 1 snack, and you're still allowed 1 more eating episode for a great day without any mental weakness. Hey, Cheryl. I love Tiger 16 days, but my husband wants more variety. So I'm starting more IMF 16 days with at least 15,000 steps. Will you be adding any recipes to the food list for more variety? So if you want to have a Tiger day, Cheryl, if you want to do this, any minus two, minus 1, 2, or minus 3 recipe, maybe Joni can send me an email and remind me to add that. But as long as it's a negative recipe, no, I take that back. I got to take that back. I can't say that. I'm going to have to take that back, what I just said. Scratch that. I'll look at adding more recipes to Tiger. Yeah, I got to take that back. There's variables there that I would be wrong on that. So thank you, Melinda. Yeah, we'll take a look at it, Cheryl. And Cheryl, anytime you want to email me a recipe, if it's -2 or -3, and I look at the ingredients, it may work. I just want it to be mostly whole food based. But if you find recipes that you would like to know if they're Tiger approved, send me an email. Let me look at it, and I'll start trying to add some more for you and your husband that way. There should be many that we could add. We just had to start somewhere. Anybody else? Yeah, Tiger 16 days, probably out of all the different type perfect days you can have, are the most sustainable and the best. If we combine sustainable and the best, they're probably the best. Tiger 16, they're doable long term, and you get great results from them. Anybody else? Any other questions before we go today? Right. There's a lot of variety with the Tiger Day. Absolutely. Already. Yeah. Tons of variety. And it's more whole food centric than a regular perfect day. I'm liking the AM worksheet, finding I am stronger than I thought. Awesome job, Charles. I know you are. We're all stronger than we think we are. We can do all things through Christ, which strengthens us. There's no strength outside of Christ. The strongest man outside of Christ is weak. Look at Samson. Look at Samson. He was so strong, but the minute he gave himself over to idolatry, laid his head in the lap of someone other than his God, he lost his strength. Laid his head in the lap of a chimichanga. Good to have you, Sarah. Anyone else? All right. Well, I'm going to let you all have it if all hearts and minds are clear. And Lord willing, we'll see you again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Remember, have a perfect day. Always keep your wits about you after sunset. The after sunset and the weekends is what I find to cause most of our determined members a problem. After sunset eating and weekends. If we can overcome that, we got this thing. Good to have you back, Margaret. All right, y'all. Have a good one, and God bless you. Thanks for coming to class today. See you again soon.